Hello, folks. This is Edward from Spirit Juice No Additives. I'm so excited. Today is my birthday and my birthday honey. Should I put it back here? My husband bought me a card, um, taking me out for dinner. All those good things. And I just so excited to be back on with you guys. Um, we got 106 subscribers now. I'm humble. I love it. People, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that we can reach more people. It's all positive over here. Um, I know a lot of people say that we talking about people life, but with a spiritual twist. Kind of giving some enlightenment to the situation that we're living in today. Today, I was scrolling through U.S. Magazine, and it was talking about Nick Cannon and his 10th child. We're going to talk about that today. And also on Vlad TV, we had Judge Joe Brown, and he has some thoughts about Hollywood and what's going on in today's society. The main topic of uh, the interview was supposed to be about Tyler Perry and his Madea character, and if he agree or not with him dressing up like a woman. We're going to talk about that today. And I'm just going to jump in with our 99 promises of God. We're going to pick one. I didn't pick one beforehand, but let's pick God's promises of God, number 63. And that says, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. What a great promise from God, that whoever believeth in him should have everlasting life. And any weapon formed against them shall perish. What a great promise. I mean, and all that especially in today's time with things are becoming so volatile and so violent and chaotic, that you have a promise from God that if you believeth in him, you should not perish and have everlasting life. Now, believing in the Bible is an action word. And, of course, anywhere else it should be an action word. Believe, to believe. But there are certain things that you have to do that accompanies that. You have to be moving towards a closer relationship with God and seeking him. Okay? And that looks different per one person to another. It's not going to all look the same, regardless of what you have Christians saying. The really traditional Christians, I think there needs to be a modern twist, considering the times that we live in. But God said, who endureth to the end shall have everlasting life as well. So it's a catch-22. And this is when you really need education of the Bible to understand what's going on. We're never going to understand God's thoughts, and that's just period, point blank. Anybody else is guesstimating, including myself. But it's my theology, and we all have one, which we'll talk about. But let's move into Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon has his latest child, with Lanisha Cole, first child. Okay, that just recently born. Okay, and I'm just going to run down the children for you in case you didn't know. He has two twins. Well, he has twins by Mariah Carey. They're 11 years old. He got his first child with Lanisha Cole. That's the one that's the youngest so far. And we have Brittany Bell, who has a 5-year-old and a 19-month power queen. So he has a She has a boy and a girl by him. 5-year-old Golden, and then we have 19-month Power Queen. And then he has another set of twins, Zion and Zillion, 15 months. Abby Della Rosa, he got a baby, the twins by. Legendary is 2 months, and his mom is Bree Ticey, I want to say. Yeah. And one of his kids, let me see, with Elisa Scott's son Zen, died December 21st of a brain tumor. Now, come on, y'all. Come on, Nick Cannon. What is really going on? I understand that Nick Cannon has lupus. He got some medical issues. He's been linked to someone that has HIV positive. We don't know his medical history. All we do know is that something ain't right and something is wrong, and we send our blessings to Nick. However, I don't understand the logic of having all these kids with medical issues. There is treatment, but there is no cure for lupus. So it's just going to, with treatment and diet and taking care of yourself, you can live a long life with lupus. However, lupus takes a toll on your body, your organs. So at some point, you got to come to terms with what you're dealing with and take care of yourself. Having 10 kids and counting is not taking care of yourself. It's very stressful. Dealing with all these baby mamas and then all these babies. No one who is in the business of making millions and always working can give adequate attention to 10 kids and all these mamas. I just don't understand it. I mean, my hat is off to Nick. If he can do it, fine. But it's just amazing how I was thinking today that when I was younger, I'm 54 now. When I was younger, you just didn't have all these opportunities for things that are not good for you. And now I'm not, there's, I don't care culture. I can do anything I want culture going on now. But believe me, these people know. These young folks know what they're doing as far as right and wrong. They know. So I ain't going to even go into the right and wrong of it all. But we didn't have all these opportunities for money and for doing what we want to do. It was a certain amount of guilt from society that we received that kept us in line with the rules, the morals, the values of the time. Growing up, I didn't know anybody my age that got killed. Okay, I didn't have opportunities. If I was broke, I was just broke. If I didn't pick up a paper route or do a babysit or help some old lady out and carry her groceries to her car, I mean, I didn't have any money. But now you can sell drugs, you can sell your body, you can sell other people's bodies. Oh my God, people they doing everything. It ain't what they ain't doing. Our mind did not go past the fact that you just got what you got. You ate off the plate that you was served. If you didn't like the way you looked, you dressed it up. You didn't augmentate the look or take away from what God created. You just had to make it beautiful. Or accept that it is beautiful. Because I think everybody's beautiful. But Nick Cannon and all these kids, I don't know what his end game is and how many kids he has. But it does make people think, and I'm not the first to say this. I watch it, I look out on internet and on YouTubers and all of that. So I'm well versed on how people feel about Nick Cannon and being linked to these questionable women that are now yielding results of the past and past decisions and experiences in life. I'm just in awe that he is having sex with these women without protective sex in this industry. I mean, you would think that the scare that he had with the one woman that came out and he was linked to that had AIDS, that he would use a condom and be with someone a significant time um, to gauge who they are in this world before he sit down and have a real life human being walking this earth. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give past judgment, but it just doesn't seem like a wise decision to me to just keep having kids. 10 is enough, okay? And how you gonna juggle 10, I have no idea. But I feel sorry for the women and the child, because this is undue uh, tension and stress and volatility. I mean, my goodness, this is going to weigh on his health, his mental state of being, on the kids' health and their mental well-being, and surely the women. I mean, it's just not good for everybody. I mean, you can't stretch yourself 10 different ways on a daily basis or a frequent basis to give these kids what they need, which is structure and discipline, and a man's role model. I mean, it's very limited, if anything, and you cannot gauge how long a kid needs you in his life or how often he needs you to intervene in his life to keep him on the straight and narrow and keep him moving in the right direction. So, Nick, I just don't, my hat's off to you. If you could do it, fine. Go for it. But we do live in a I don't care culture. I'm not listening to nobody. Nobody got anything sound to tell me. I can do what I want to do, basically. And that's not going, it's going in the wrong direction if you ask me. And I'll talk more about that later in the video. But then we have good old Judge Joe. He was on Vlad TV. And it seems like he's delusional to me. It seems like, as a judge, you would think he would think more rational, more logical. But I guess the question that was posed to him is, how do he feel about Madea, Tyler Perry dressing up like a woman and that being a big thing and very lucrative, and this is what we have in front of us on television, and people are eating it up. Joe, Judge Joe was like, just said what I said about people doing whatever they want to do, and I can do what I want to do type culture that we live in. He thinks that the only problem that he has with it is the effect that it's having on our community. I don't understand that, because it's comic. It's comical. And anybody that watches it is not taking it serious. It's not presented in a serious tone. It's to make us laugh. A man in a dress, I mean, should be funny. I don't know, but people are now taking it serious. So he just thinks it sends out the wrong vibes to the community. But in the same interview, he's complicit with Ike Turner and his abuse towards women. And that's just plain and simple, Judge Joe. My goodness, he said he was talking about all the good things that Ike Turner did back in the day, you know, when he was growing up. And he'd drive around in a nice car and give out good advice and all that kind of stuff to the kids. And, you know, it was just, he was, otherwise than him beating his women, was a good guy. But that's the guy that he presented in the neighborhood. That's the guy he presented to other people. Tina Turner and some of his other wives, or his other wife, I don't know how many he got, but they did mention one other one besides Tina that has issues with him putting his hands on women. So, I don't know. That just kind of made me think maybe he's not thinking clearly or rationally. You know, Ike Turner is, I'm sure people have many dimensions, many sides to him. So, hey, we already been on here 15 minutes, so I'm going to close this out. But he did talk about his failed 15-year Hollywood career. So I don't know if he was just jealous that Madea is more popular than he was and what he was trying to accomplish in Hollywood, or what have you. I don't know what's going on with this camera. I'm looking crazy. My son is calling. Wow. Hold on. Let me let him in. Be back. Sorry about that. But I think this whole I can do whatever I want to, and um, we don't have to listen to nobody. Take the world by storm and by short and curlies. Um, it's heading in the wrong direction. There has to be some. It seemed like we're reverting back to this time in history where we had no order. You know, everybody's just doing whatever it is they want to do. And that's what comes before the fall. We got killings. Killing somebody, shooting them is becoming commonplace. Commonplace. Mass shootings becoming commonplace. Gun violence commonplace. Body augmentation commonplace. It's not a shock anymore. Men sex change. Changing the body. It's coming commonplace. Abuse against women. Oh my God, you would think it's been going on throughout history, but you would think that we in a new age, is modern, we living in better times, that this wouldn't be an issue. There's so many opportunities to make money. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then we got babies by different men, women having multiple babies by different men, and vice versa, men having multiple babies. I mean, someone made a comment in the comments that wrong is becoming right and right is becoming wrong. And it clearly is. It clearly is in this day and age. I am fearful because our young folks are going to be the leaders of our world, and I'm fearful. Just to be point blank. My goodness. You can't just do whatever you want and keep order and keep on a path that's moving forward. Because everybody's doing whatever they want to do, and nobody's doing what is right and what is a collective initiative. I'm doing whatever I want to do. He's doing whatever he wants to do. She's doing whatever she wants to do. I mean, it's just a free fall. And we yielding the results thereof. So that just makes me think that, hey, this is moving in the wrong direction. It seemed like Mr. Judge Joe and Nick Cannon doing what they want to do. And it's not going well. I mean, it's in my opinion, Nick Cannon might say he's happy, but something's going on there that's not functional. Something's not going on. The need to have all these babies and to have unprotected sex in the day and age where we have I work in a healthcare field. Oh my God. It's just any amount of disease that's going out here just by touching and being in someone's presence and rubbing up against them, and then you let alone having sex. It's just ridiculous. So hopefully you guys got something out of today. Mariah Carey read an article concerning Nick Cannon. She said she don't keep track of his girlfriends. Okay, that is none of my business. If Nick likes it, I love it. Me and him are able to co-parent sufficiently, efficiently, and she just like it like that. She enjoying her 37-year-old choreographer. New love interest. She ain't got no time to be dealing with Nick Cannon and all his baby. It's too many to count. That's what she says. Too many mamas and babies to count. So she don't even be bothered with it. So, which makes sense to me. That's his issues. Those are his problems, you know. But she said he's doing a good job with his oldest. So, and they 11 years old. But to have 10 kids under the age of 11, that is, and leaving those responsibilities, those day-to-days up to the women, you can't have all of them at one time. My goodness, it ain't that many hours in a day, that many days in a year. My goodness. But anywho, I'm gonna let you guys go. Like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. Let's keep those subscribers going on. Let's going up. Let's keep those likes. Please like, please, 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 please. We doing good in like the department. I'm humble. It doesn't take much to impress me or keep me satisfied or make me happy. I'm not a demanding person. I'm very humble. So I got to be okay with where we at. But I do want to get this channel out to more people and build on this channel. Ultimately, there's a means to an end here in what I'm doing. So stay tuned and find out what that is in Jesus' name. So I love you guys. Until next time.